How to air fry Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are a cruciferous vegetable that is at its best when roasted. Toss them with olive oil, salt, and garlic powder for a weeknight side dish that is sure to please. This recipe is quick, easy, and tasty. Make sure the sprouts are dry. Brussels sprouts are a member of the Brassica family, like cauliflower, broccoli, and cabbage. And the best part is that you can make them at home with your air fryer. Toss the sprouts with a drizzle of oil, then spread in a single layer in the air fryer basket. Cook for about 12 minutes, shaking the sprouts every 4 minutes so they brown evenly. You can also add additional toppings if you'd like. I top mine with fresh pomegranate seeds and coconut shreds, but feel free to use whatever you have on hand. These air-fried Brussels sprouts are perfect for a weeknight dinner, or can be served as a side dish to your Thanksgiving feast. You can find washed and ready-to-eat Brussels sprouts in the produce section of most grocery stores. If you prefer to use fresh Brussels sprouts, rinse them and trim off any hardened ends. This is a simple recipe that only requires a few basic ingredients. Don't overcrowd the basket. If you're making a larger batch of sprouts, be sure to space them out evenly. This will help them cook equally and get crispy on all sides. Another reason to not overcrowd the basket is that doing so will result in steaming rather than crisping, which isn't great for Brussels sprouts. If you want to air fry more than this recipe calls for, work in batches and be sure to stir or shake the sprouts halfway through cooking to ensure even browning. While your Brussels sprouts are air frying, prepare the sauce. In a medium bowl, whisk together the soy sauce, honey, and sriracha. When the sprouts are done, transfer them to the same bowl as the sauce and toss until fully coated. It's also fantastic with sweet potatoes, and you can use it to make delicious homemade fries. If you want to change the flavor up a bit, feel free to swap out the balsamic vinegar for lemon juice or add a tablespoon of sugar or maple syrup before roasting. You could also toss the Brussels sprouts in a small handful of grated Parmesan cheese before cooking for a decadently crunchy side dish. If you're looking for a quick and easy side dish recipe, look no further than these air fryer Brussels sprouts. They are super simple to make and can be paired with just about anything. Plus, they are full of fiber and antioxidants to help keep you healthy. In a bowl, toss the Brussels sprouts with olive oil and salt and pepper. Then add them to the air fryer and cook for 10 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or until they are golden brown. The time it takes for the Brussels sprouts to finish cooking will vary depending on the size and how crispy you want them. You can also experiment with other seasonings to change up the flavor a bit. You could use garlic instead of black pepper, or try swapping out the balsamic vinegar for lemon juice or maple syrup. Another delicious option is to sprinkle the sprouts with smoked paprika for a smoky, savory flavor. And if you're not a fan of garlic, you can always skip it and use a different herb or spice blend, like Italian seasoning or Cajun spices. Lastly, you can try using frozen Brussels sprouts in this recipe to save yourself even more time. However, this will take a little longer to cook than when using fresh sprouts. Just be sure to follow the cooking instructions on the package and check them frequently so that they don't overcook or become mushy. Frozen Brussels sprouts are perfect for busy weeknights because they are quick and easy to prepare. They also pair well with a variety of meals, from filet mignon to honey mustard salmon and naked grilled chicken tenders to these pistachio-crusted shrimp. With so many different ways to eat them, this is one vegetable that everyone will love. Don't overcook. You don't want your Brussels sprouts to be overcooked or they will lose their crunchy texture. To avoid this, make sure you don't overcrowd the basket and shake them halfway through cooking to ensure they cook evenly. You should also be checking on them frequently to make sure they don't overcook. When it comes to air frying Brussels sprouts, you'll need to use a high heat setting, around 380 degrees F, and make sure not to overcrowd the basket. If you do, the sprouts will steam instead of getting crispy, and this won't be good for them. You should also be shaking the Brussels sprouts during the cooking process to ensure that they all get a chance to crisp up. Another important thing to remember when making air-fried Brussels sprouts is that they need to be cooked for about 8 minutes before they are done. The sprouts should be tender on the inside and crispy on the outside. Once they're done, you can serve them immediately or let them cool and then store them in the fridge for a few days. These air-fried Brussels sprouts are a great side dish to have with any meal. They're especially delicious when paired with protein-rich foods like chicken or steak. You can even add them to a low-carb pasta recipe to create an easy and nutritious dinner. If you're looking for more ways to experiment with your Brussels sprouts, try adding some herbs and spices to them before or after they're air-fried. For example, you could sprinkle them with a little bit of nutritional yeast before cooking to give them a cheesy flavor, or add a pinch of red pepper flakes for some extra spice. By following these simple tips, you'll be able to create delicious air-fried Brussels sprouts that are sure to impress your family and friends.